Hi everybody, it's the 14th of September 2018 and here, of course, is Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. Now if you've been wondering, if you've been worrying about the fact that on my channel we've had loads of videos about Battlefield 5, the beta that was finished earlier on in the week, we've had loads of videos about the Call of Duty Black Ops, Blackout Battle Royale. Don't worry, PUBG is still my baby. But what I wanted to do is record a kind of live commentary on what it feels like to play PUBG after you've been playing Call of Duty Blackout, because lots of people kind of saying that they're like competitors, you know. And although I tend to prefer to think that they complement each other, they are competitors for your time. You know, we don't have time to play loads of both games. And I have really enjoyed my time with Call of Duty Blackout. But you know, coming back to PUBG, what does it feel like? So what I'm going to do is I've already played a couple of games, and I've already just won a chicken dinner on Sandhock, which was my first solo chicken dinner on Sandhock. I've got a duo. Did I get a squad one? Can't remember, but I've got a duo one with Andy, and so I'm pretty chuffed at the moment. So I thought what we'll do, we'll drop in, I don't know, one of the bigger maps, so I've got a little bit of a time to talk about my thoughts about coming back to PUBG, just in case you're wondering, well, just in case you're worried the fact that you're going to go away and you're going to play Call of Duty Battle Royale, this new game where you're going to have, Blackout, you're going to have to learn the slightly different new controls, the different gunplay, the different gameplay, the different pace of the game. And that's going to be difficult because it's starting again. And then will it kind of spoil PUBG? Because we've all had such amazing times in PUBG. Now, you've heard me talking about it many times, the fact that I think that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on the Xbox is the greatest multiplayer game of all time. The experiences you have in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds are amazing, and I've had the feeling of winning is amazing. And it's not just winning, it's what happens as you're playing the game alone or with mates, or even with randoms. It's something very, very special. But Call of Duty Blackout has taken it to a next level in terms of graphical quality and movement speed, and things like that. So let's talk about. So the first game I had back on, which was on Sandhock, I dropped hot, and I died pretty straight away. You know, where really I'm a play the edge type of guy. You know, I'm an old man. I don't have the Twitch skills that you younger guys have. The second game, I kind of played the edge a bit more, jumped far, and kind of started to work my way through. And kind of the first thing I kind of thought was, as you can see here, I was struggling with controls, because on Call of Duty, to pick things up, you press and hold X, and you tap X to reload, where it's exactly the opposite in PUBG. So I couldn't pick stuff up. I was also thinking about PUBG, I was thinking, oh gosh, these graphics look a little bit more Xbox 360 than, well, I was playing on the PlayStation 4, but it'd be like Xbox One. And the frames per second is much slower as well. You know, you might, well, when you're used to PUBG and you look at it, you think, oh yeah, it's okay. But when you play a game that whistles along at 60 frames a second most of the time, it does make a massive difference. The graphics as well, I mean, it was Sandhock, and Sandhock's quite a simple map, isn't it? It's just like bushes and huts and roads. And you don't kind of get the wonder that you get from when you're wandering around in Blackout. Like, in Blackout, you'll look across the map and you go, oh, there's Array. You know, there's Combine. Oh, there's a load of people fighting a load of zombies. You know, or you can go to the to a bunker underneath Nuketown. There's like something out of Fallout. It's brilliant. You know, when there's music playing in there, there's all the dummies all set up there, and you go onto the surface of Nuketown Island, and it's been nuked. So that's really cool. They've done a lot of clever things with it. The movement as well felt very restrictive compared to Call of Duty. In Call of Duty, what's happening is you can slide. See, there's me holding and pressing X rather than tapping it. In Call of Duty, you're leaping through windows. you're sliding across the ground, going around corners. Everything is very, very fluid. I mean, there's no boost jumping. They haven't bugged it up like that. But like to do this, to jump through windows, it's super easy in Call of Duty Blackout, but it's not quite so easy in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So I was a little bit like, a little bit meh. I started to think, well, it's really more like a simulation, isn't it? PUBG. It's more like a simulation, but just like a really clunky simulation. And I was kind of wandering around, and then I got into my first gunfight with this guy. Well, what it was, we were in this kind of little compound. I was looting, and I heard him run up behind me. I think he fired. He might have even fired a shot at me, but he didn't get any hits in. And so I kind of worked my way around a wall. He went to jump over the wall. I fired at him and missed, and then he just ran away down this hill. And I was merrily blatting away at him with my AK-47 with iron sights, missing him. I think I got a few shots in, wasted an entire magazine. He hid behind a rock. I had to reload, and it was that incredibly slow reload you get now if you haven't got fast mags on, or an extended fast mag. Finally reloaded, went round the edge of the rock and blatted him and killed him. And I was like, oh, that was a bit janky, because in Black Ops, the gunplay it's Call of Duty gunplay, so it's very much you open up on somebody and the gun, there's not that much recoil, so it's like and PUBG felt very uncontrollable. Well, not really uncontrollable, but just janky, in general. But I'd killed him, so I got that first kill kind of under my belt, and then I kind of started moving towards the centre of the circle. The later circles, and I was kind of missing that smooth movement from Black Ops. I was thinking, oh, this is a bit junky. I even sort of switched to first person mode, like that, and I was like, oh yeah, this I wish I was playing kind of Black Ops. And then something kind of changed, because it was very quiet. And you kind of notice the fact that in PUBG, any sounds that you hear tend to be quite important sounds. Swap this over. If you hear something like a gunshot or a car or something like that, it's very much, ooh, right, something's going on. I need to take note of that. I might not need to do anything about it, but I need to take note of it. Whereas in Blackout, Call of Duty, there's loads of sound, loads of ambient noise all the time, things going off, the announcer announcing stuff about the circle changing and supply drops coming in. There's a lot of noise clutter, we would probably say, and that kind of highlights the fact that PUBG is more of a simulation than the arcadey Black Ops. So that I was kind of getting into the atmosphere, and then the rain started as well. And then I was working the edge like I do, nipping into huts and waiting, keeping an eye on the edge to see if people were coming behind me. And then I kind of started getting into the feel of the game. Excuse me. I know this is a bit stilted because I'm playing at the same time. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, and I was like, all right, okay, I'm starting to enjoy this. I'm starting to get the old feelings back. And the gunshots started to kind of increase around me. It was very much, ooh, what's kind of going on? And the gunshots start to get closer, and you're like, ooh. And the tension started to ratchet up inside me, and I kind of got into the top 10, and I was like, well, this isn't bad for like a first game back, that's all right. Keep going, kind of thing. And I was working the circle, going from hut to hut, looking out for people. A guy kind of popped out in front of me. I blatted him. I was running up a hill and someone started shooting me. but I managed to sort of stay alive, hide behind a rock, heal up, and then I was like in a kind of a top 5 situation. I was like, wow, yeah, this is getting pretty good now. Blatted another guy behind a tree. I had 4 kills in total. Then what happened? Oh yeah, then I worked kind of. Then I worked the edge of the circle, went sort of rotated round the circle one way and got somebody. Then it was me versus this one other guy, and I had I had a stun grenade. So I don't use stun grenades very often, and I kind of taught myself again why I don't use stun grenades very often, because I went to use it and managed to stun myself. So I was in the top 2 in a small circle, stunned, couldn't see anything, just running around. Luckily the guy didn't take advantage of it. He then threw a smoke grenade, so I kind of roughly knew where he was, so I could just kind of rotated towards him, saw him, I hid behind a tree, looked out, and I was just like, right, go on, peek, peek, peek. Now, I'm sounding fairly cool as I'm talking about it, but obviously I was getting the PUBG shakes, and I was feeling a little bit nervous, but he peeked. I blatted him with my QBZ, is it? Just hosed him down, flea auto, and that was it, a chicken dinner. And the most amazing feeling came over me, and I don't know if it still comes over you or not, but I think winning solos on PUBG is so difficult to do that when I win one, I'm like, oh my god, that is brilliant. You know, you've had all this build-up, you've had all this tension, you've had all this adrenaline pumping through your system, and you get it, and you're like, wow, that was super cool. Let's drop some of this stuff, actually. Oh, well, I can apply it, can I? What am I doing? And I was like, oh, wow. And it felt so good. I'm not going to lie, it felt absolutely brilliant. So to kind of answer the question in this massive roundabout way, as I've been stumbling through these words as I've been running along on the barren hills of Miramar, is what does it feel like after playing a Call of Duty's Blackout Battle Royale to come back to PUBG? How does PUBG feel? PUBG feels amazing. It feels clunky at first. The graphics are a bit meh. But as soon as you immerse yourself in the atmosphere of the game and the way that the game plays, it's like coming home again, you know? We were there at the beginning of PUBG. You know, we were there in the preview program. We've been there through all the bugs and the bugs that are still in the game. And whereas Call of Duty's been around a long time, especially Treyarch's Call of Duty have been great for a long time as well, and they've done an amazing job bringing Battle Royale to that engine, and it is a fantastic game. But PUBG is something else. There's something very special about PUBG, about the pacing, about the atmosphere, about the feel of the maps, about the feel of the guns. The guns feel alive, you know. What's going on down there? Little things like that, like somebody's obviously popped a smoke grenade. You know, you really have to work to control the guns to get a kill. It's very difficult to kill people. You know, you've got to be thinking about what you do. You can't just point at people and blat them. And I think that's brilliant. And so it feels fantastic to come back to PUBG. I would also say to everybody, if you can, check out Blackout. It is an amazing game. If especially you like the pace and gunplay of something like Sanhok, then you will love Blackout. I love Blackout. I love playing it. I love sliding around. I love the fast gameplay. I love the fact that it doesn't take very long in between matches. You know, the lobbies are a matter of seconds before you're into your next match. But PUBG, you know, PUBG is PUBG. PUBG will always have a special place in our hearts because Brendan Green and Bluehole have made something that I think is very special indeed, and the game feels very great. So anyway, there we go. That's my thoughts. I guess we've still got the rest of this game to play, haven't we? So we better crack on. So as a kind of a mini review then I'll do of Blackout, because Blackout is really good. It's a much smaller map. Oh, I'm out in the open here, aren't I? Much smaller map than Miramar or Erangel. It's more sort of Sanhok size. But it's very vertical. In the same way that Miramar is, and they're very clever in the fact that it has different biomes, would you call it? let's go up to this compound here. You know, there's a desert bit on the I think it's on the south of the map. You've got wooded areas. You've got like open hills on the north of the map, and there's lots of bits dotted around that are from Treyarch Black Ops games. So you've got array radio dishes. You've got Raid, you know, where the kind of posh house is. They've got that. Loads of good stuff, and lots of open areas as well. You have vehicles, so you've got quad bikes that you can drive around in that are really cool. You've got a big truck that you can drive around in. Cool thing about the truck is that you can load other stuff into the truck. So when you're playing as a squad, you can store stuff in the truck, like rocket launchers. Oh, there's rocket launchers as well, with lock-on as well. So you can lock onto vehicles. There's helicopters that you can pick up and fly around. They're really good. And generally, it's a fast-paced, well-made Call of Duty game in terms of, you would be more than happy playing that as a Call of Duty game. But it's a big map, and it's Battle Royale, so it plays really good. If you like Black Ops 3, and you've played Black Ops 3, it's like Black Ops 3, but without the wall jumping and wall running and boost jumping. And I really like that movement in Black Ops 3. So yeah, really enjoyed it, and you have some great experiences. I've been thinking about AK. I've been thinking about this actually. The problem that they kind of have, circle's moved, with Blackout at the moment is you have armour and health, and as you're blatting people, you're taking away their armour, and it seems to take an awful long time to kill people, especially if they've got level 3 armour. Full auto, right, yeah. Oh, we've got quite a long way to go. And people have been moaning about this. Leave that full auto too. And I've come across it, you'll be firing at somebody, and it'll be going ting, 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 as their armour disappears, and then bang, bang, and then you kill them. But actually thinking about it now, I don't think there's actually there's not that much wrong with it, because the time to kill compared to with something like PUBG is probably very, very similar. But what's throwing people off is that because the guns are so accurate in Blackout, they don't have much recoil. If you see a target and you get on target and you open up, all your bullets are going to be hit. You'll hear the trrr of the hit markers. Whereas in PUBG, when you're firing at somebody, because of the recoil and the jankiness of the guns, where they're bouncing around all the time, lots of your bullets miss. And I think probably the time to kill is the same. So so it just feels better in PUBG, because although you're firing at people, some of your bullets are missing, so you don't mind that the time to kill is longer. Whereas the problem with Blackout is your bullets are hitting, so it just feels wrong. So I think they just need to do something about that. But anyway, we're in Miramar now, aren't we? We're running into the circle. We're very open here. Good idea. Anybody with a sniper could take me out. I got lots of painkillers. Got lots of meds. We're on for 32 left. So yeah, got my first chicken dinner on Sandhook solo. That was a great feeling. Really, really good. Right, where's the circle? Up there somewhere. Oh, there's a... Don't like this. We should do alright. They've adjusted the circle mechanics, haven't they? So you don't get quite as many hard shifts. He's going that way. Is he coming towards me? Depends really where the next one goes. Right, so he's probably gone to that compound, hasn't he? Yep, there he is. Hopefully he's hiding. You can still see me there. Is that power grid? Oh, no. Okay, bandage. How many of them we got? Painkiller. Save the... Okay, it's all kicking off down there. We need to get safe. So we got our AK with the hollow. And we've got that. In fact, have I got a... Let's get that red dot on that AK. Get rid of that hollow. So they're definitely having a fight down there, weren't they? People to my left as well. Compound up ahead. Hi Ross, how you diddling? Just playing a little bit of Miramar. One game. Just got a chicken dinner on Sandhook, solo. Where did that guy stop? Now that guy, if he was the one who was shooting up there... Is this on auto? Single? Yeah, mate, you will love Blackout, I tell you. You guys will be playing it and loving it. Honestly, it is really, really, really good. I can't... If you're a big Call of Duty fan, right, you'll play it with the movement, you'll look across the map. I won't give away any of the secrets, but you'll see things and a tear will come to your eye with the frame rate and what goes on. Yeah, it's amazing. They've done an amazing job. It doesn't replace PUBG. It's a different game. Feels a lot different, but they've done Black Ops and they've done Call of Duty proud. Now the time to kill's a bit odd, and it'll take a bit getting used to. Things like it's hold X to pick stuff up, rather than tap X. But give it a few games and you will be loving it. Honestly, absolutely loving it. The pace is different. It looks amazing. When you look across the map, there is bullet drop on the bullets as well, even on SMGs and ARs. So that's all sort of semi-realistic. The thing to watch out for is that guy down there's his. No. Thing to watch out for is the time to kill on. Oh. Is the time to kill. Because the guns are so stable and accurate, you could be firing at somebody, but if they've got level 2 or level 3 armour on, it can seem to take forever to kill them. Guy's coming to my right, isn't it? Let's get this divot here. Yeah, it's an absolutely amazing game. Pre-order and come play, then cancel it. Yeah, I've played it loads, mate. I've got to be careful because I've got this guy to my right, haven't I? I've got no cover. A little bit of cover here. Can they see me from behind? Oh, actually, it's not too bad. A little bit of a defilade. Right, where's that chap who I was firing at, though? God, here we go again. So we've got a sniper over there. See if we can get the top 10. Yeah, I can't. Very, very pleased with Blackout. Very, very pleased. Right, there's that sniper guy there. He's got a lot of field to cross. Right, we're in a top 10 situation. Mission accomplished. Right, so I just need to watch out for this guy from my right as well. See if we can get into this bumpy area here. He should be up there somewhere. Right, he's gone into those haystacks. Where's my buddy? Okay, 7 left. Is there anything else in the beta? No. The multiplayer beta was a few weeks ago. It's just Blackout. Okay, but I'm going to give something away. There's zombies in Blackout, alright? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a couple of secrets. I can't keep them to myself. So, where you see the blue light shining into the air, if you go there, there's special boxes that have got loads of loot in, and zombies spawn in. So you've got to kill all the zombies. Well, you don't have to kill them, but they can. They can. They come after you. Great. So that's amazing. Also, there's an island called Nuketown Island where Nuketown's been nuked, so it doesn't look like it used to, which is great because we were all a bit bored of it, weren't we? Underneath there is a Fallout bunker, just like from the Fallout series, with music, that sort of music playing, everything. It's brilliant. Okay. So we've got a guy to our left, definitely. Definitely got a guy to our right. Can we see anybody? Right, he's moving there, isn't he? Was that him moving? Right, he's moving there. Leave him be. What have we got left? One energy drink. Should we take it now? But it's might as well. It's very open, this. I guess it depends what's over the top of this hill. Guy there. One guy there, one guy there. But I am in the open, so electronic. Right, I see that guy there. Guy behind there. Oh, that was a bit of a crap throw. Oh! Oh, second place. Oh well. Still a bit rusty after playing all that Blackout. But there we go. That has been my return to Miramar. We had a chicken dinner on Sandhook earlier on, which was cool. But don't worry, if you go away and play Blackout, when you come back to play PUBG, you'll still love it. You still get that adrenaline buzz at the end. It's still a great game. Anyway, that's enough from me. Thank you very much for watching, and cheers, Ross. And I'll see you again soon.